mics then.
Or we're sharing the mic.
Oh, we're sharing because sharing is caring.
He needs a mic too.
Yeah, I get it.
You're being very selfish.
Oh my God.
Look at you being a
so
selfish
rude. I didn't
who,
realize-
as always.
Yeah, that was very. My bad. I don't know what that is.
Here, we'll use this.
Please, thank you.
Your mic for our
Thank you, Mr. Grinch. You just made my life so much easier.
Should I take it away then?
But look at how good you look. Do you want to take it away? Because I think this is great.
I think this is terrible.
No, I clipped
I've got a
it, but
bag.
didn't actually
Would
put
you
it
like
back
to put my
together.
bag on the table?
Do you like this angle?
No, I look ugly.
Wire it back in.
I think it's perfect.
I fixed
But
it.
then let's see if I can move the mic. Do you have an additional bag? Actually, yeah, this will stand, but a reinforcement would be good.
That's a bag right here, isn't it?
Oh, actually, let's not go that far. So, let me just keep moving, yeah. So I want to make sure we can pass the mic if we need to.
Sure.
So where do you guys want the mic?
Are you on YouTube? Because I can't see the chat on it.
Okay, yeah. So just feel free to move it as needed. He's gonna do most of the talking. I'm just gonna chime in when he needs help, so I'll be further. So feel free.
We're on a panel to talk about it ourselves, so you know.
I'm nervous. It's I don't usually do panels, but I'm excited that you want my support.
I just need an extra face. Because mine is ugly.
To be that. Oh, the thumbnail's really good actually.
Oh, cool.
Even
Yeah.
nice thumbnail. That's the takeaway from this.
It's well, we did a risky, not a risky move, but we didn't make one, but the live generated a good one, and
so
the
the
AI is
lavalier
good.
mics that we have on the table, if you want to put it like kind of like I guess in the middle of you guys, it should just pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The who to what?
The little black thing,
The little black thing?
Yeah.
Put it
right about there. It should just pick it up.
Okay.
Is there a green one?
No. There's a green light.
It's close.
Ew. A green light? So you want it to be Christmassy in here?
I mean, your adult light.
Okay, I'll take adult light.
Oh. Hi, I'm Veggie Girl, but I'm dressed as Cindy Lou Who
Your
to
face
support
is in the
Mr.
way.
Grinch. I'm in the chat.
So the one between the three of us, I feel like should we meet? Right down
Is it time to go home yet?
No.
talking about Vic? Oh, that's fine. Right there.
You know, could be worse.
Actually,
I want to go home. Home.
That's from SpongeBob.
I want to wake up in my dumpster. I miss my dumpster fire.
So people are saying
I miss
hi-
my
hi-
barbecue onions. Why can't I hear myself? That's gross.
Very sorry.
Is there an echo in here?
I fixed it.
Echo, echo, echo. That's you again, Chief.
Remember,
No, I want it.
No,
No, I want it. It's mine now. You're a thief.
I am.
Okay.
so are you?
Oh, stop it. I gave it back.
the only thing he steals is hearts and people's perception of trash.
Yeah.
Because he made his beautiful home from trash. Sustainable king. Sustainable king.
Sustainable is disgusting.
Positive and knows how to recycle.
Yeah, he wanted the Who's to be more sustainable.
We're just crying out loud, you know?
Oh, stop it. You're trying to compliment me.
Not trying. Okay, I'm just stating factual information.
Factual information? You know what's factual information?
What?
The garbage you people throw away.
Time I do one.
Disgusting.
Slightly. A comic on a put a little
Disgusting.
car on the back, and then this one I put his little place on the back.
But here I am,
I like it.
living my best life.
Have like a little collector's money.
It's miserable,
Well, people
but you know,
actually
here we are.
taking them and posting them again. I got this comic on San Diego.
Ah.
I got it here, and then I got it at WonderCon. I got it there.
I need to work
they're
out
coming
some
to
more.
Find me now, so they can get the
That jazzercise is not working.
Which is kind of
Because you do it once a year.
Stop shaming.
Hey, at least I did it. Once a year is better than nothing.
What if you did it once a week? You like doing it.
No, I don't.
Just do it once a week.
I'm loving the personalities of hair right now.
So
You know.
here's the thing. Wait a second.
Here's the thing.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait an hour.
So he jazzercises once a week. He doesn't just do. You can't be that good at jazzercising. You've been secret jazzercising and not telling me. That's how you're so good at it.
You don't deserve to know.
Why?
I like it.
Why did you do it in secret? I wouldn't have cared.
No one needs to know.
Why did you keep it a secret?
Because
But the surprise was cool. Just you whipping that out, and I had no idea you had those jazzercise moves, and you kept
listen
it a
here.
secret
Here's the thing, kids.
for a whole year.
If you jazzercise for more than 2 hours, you're gonna cramp up. All right? It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be painful. Agonizing pain. Nothing but pain and misery. Do it. See, there you go.
Because soreness is only a few days, but memories are a lifetime. So jazzercise when you can.
I will eat your fingers.
Yes, do you flavor water?
We're just being.
I do have the water in case you're thirsty.
What are the kids saying? You know, what are they saying? You're not even helping here. What do we pay you for?
You don't pay me.
I pay you in friendship that I don't care about.
Okay. Oh, that is true. Okay, let me go up a little bit. Joker's here.
Oh, hi, Joker.
Joker, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Disgusting.
Thank you for being here.
Don't you finish that.
Oh, Viper's in here.
Oh, Viper.
I wish I could have made it to LA
Disgusting.
Comic Con this year, but I had a lot happening. LOL.
I'm glad
Hope
you're not
you
here,
guys are
Viper.
having fun. Was Viper
I don't
gonna
miss
come?
you, Viper.
Were they gonna come?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Who else is here?
Tom said, "Don't steal Christmas again."
I make no promises.
We might deserve it.
I always deserve it.
Here's the thing: we don't have to steal Christmas, but can we chill out a little bit about Christmas? Cause
Oh, yes, that'd be a... Can we talk about that? Chilling out on Christmas?
yeah, just chill. If we can,
They
chill
already
a
got
little.
Christmas decorations up. Let's talk about that.
They had the Christmas decorations out before the Halloween ones.
Before
this
the
year.
Halloween.
That was insane.
Let's get it straight here, folks. There's
Did you see that this year?
Yeah, it was mental.
That was so
absolutely
weird.
nuts. Put the
We'll get
Christmas
to
stuff
Christmas
away.
all year soon.
Yeah, but
Okay? We don't need it out yet.
yeah, we don't. Let the Halloween
Disgusting. Let Halloween happen.
Also, it's like, no offense, Christmas stuff. We have enough. We don't need new Christmas stuff. We
Nope.
need like thrift store.
We need
Christmas
the same
stuff.
Christmas stuff we had last year.
Yeah, reduce,
Okay.
reuse. We don't need new stuff.
I don't care if the
There's
tree is
enough cool
moldy.
stuff
I
out
don't
there.
care if the tree's got roaches. You use the same tree from last year.
Okay. In some circumstance, you're being a little dramatic.
No, that's not being
mold.
dramatic.
Mold will make people sick. But
Oh no.
so like if you having a plastic tree you plan to keep and you reuse it, and then or you just get it secondhand. If you're gonna get a different one, get it secondhand.
A moldy tree is pretty secondhand.
You can also get a secondhand clean. You've been to thrift stores. They're great.
No, I
They're
haven't.
clean stuff.
I haven't been to a thrift store.
I saw you bathing in a thrift store dumpster. No,
Eh.
donation bin. You were rolling around in a donation bin. You're like, yes, donations.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You-
Nope. Not a clue. Not a clue. Not a who.
Yeah, because you kind of upgraded your life. You don't roll around in garbage now. You roll around in donations.
Sophisticated garbage.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
what donations are. Sophisticated garbage in some cases.
Listen here. What are they saying? What's going on in the chat? I gotta say hi to my people. Because I love you, but I also hate you at the same time.
I'm going.
You're a very slow
Oscar
reader.
says, "Hi, I'm a big fan. Where is your dog, Max?"
You know, Max has to stay home. Wanna know why? He doesn't deserve to go out. He stays home. He didn't deserve it. He peed on my mattress. Smells better now, but still. Next.
Mr. Grinch. Yeah, they're very curious. They were kind of hyped about that. You are Grinch 2.0. That's a good
Stop it.
title. That is a sweet title.
Stop
actually.
it.
Grinch 2.0.
Stop
yeah.
trying to butter me up.
Oh no!
If it's not rotten butter, I don't want it.
it's the truth. That's kind
the
of like
truth.
rotten butter. People are kind of concerned that Max peed on your mattress and that made it better.
Remember, sometimes you can use urine to sterilize things. Like rattlesnake bites, pee on it.
How about on the way home, we stop by a thrift store and just get you a different mattress?
Listen here. I've had that mattress for 37 years.
Damien said, "Oh my God, you're mean."
Oh my God, I'm mean. Yes, that's the whole point, kid.
Joker says, "I just love how real you are."
Touches my black hole of a heart. No, it went in and it got sucked up and now it's gone. I feel nothing. Next question.
I'm thanking Joker.
Don't thank him. He deserves nothing.
Joker's cool. Joker, you are very cool. Thank you for always being here. It means a lot to Mr. Grinch.
No, it doesn't.
And to
It
all of
means
his
nothing to
other
me.
timelines.
Wait, did it actually come that way?
Naomi asked, am I ignored?
Yes,
No.
I'm ignoring you.
Oh, ooh. Electric Cobra said, how much do you weigh?
Ooh, at least 300 pounds on a good day. If I'm really, really happy, sometimes like 299, you know.
That's very dramatic because last time we saw your doctor, you're actually in the healthy weight range now, the higher end.
Am I?
Yeah, you're not. You're just kind of on the edge. Like,
I'm on the edge of glory. That's all I got. I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah,
'Cause I care less about the words.
But you're mostly healthy. You're just on the edge. He's like, hey, just like
Yeah, he's like, you're
Don't
borderlining 300, but if you stay at 299, you're healthy.
He's actually more like.
So I try to get 300 every day.
You're more at 222. That's where you're at.
How dare you?
You're actually like. You're doing okay.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of
I could be
Good
worse.
Burger. Can I take your
And that's where I want to be. Worse.
No, you wouldn't jazzercise every week in secret if you didn't care about your health a little.
No, because here's what happens. I hit 301. I'm like, oh, that's too much. Get back to 300. Oh, better.
No, so you're actually 220. Yeah, I know you're trying to gaslight us because you have a little body dysmorphia. On the scale, you're 220. He's in a relatively healthy range for his height
No, I'm not.
because he jazzercises once a week.
It's a lie.
He does. He does it in secret. I don't know why you kept
Don't.
it a secret from me.
Don't believe
Okay.
her. Don't believe her. It's all a lie.
How often you lift in the gym?
Oh, let me tell you about these bad boys. Never.
He plays dodgeball once a week.
No, I don't.
Yes, he does.
No.
In secret.
But yeah, just not much, you know.
He
Just,
plays dodgeball for 3 hours a week.
Nothing too crazy.
So yeah, dodgeball 3 hours a week, and
No.
he's very fit.
No,
from
I'm
that.
not.
He is relatively healthy because of it. It makes you be healthier because you never want to lose because you always want to be a little better. So it helps you stay on track during the week.
No,
It helps you make better choices for yourself.
no.
Plus
I'd rather
you
make
love-
terrible decisions. You should see how many Nutter Butters I ate. Oh, Nelly.
How many? When?
Ha! Ate the whole box.
I've never seen you eat a Nutter Butter.
Ate all the Nutter Butters and the box. That's
When?
why.
When did this happen?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
That's for me to know.
So Joker said, I don't go to the gym. I just move around with a duffel bag full of gold. That's my secret.
There you go, kid. Did you steal it?
Joker, do you cosplay? Where does Joker live?
I have no idea.
Joker, where do you live? Do you cosplay? Does he cosplay? You don't
I
know?
literally just said I don't know.
Okay.
How are you going to ask me the same question after I said I do not know?
Viper says, I dance probably 6 to 7 hours a week.
Ew.
Dance 2 to 3 times every day.
Why are you being so healthy?
That's such a cool thing, but
No,
yeah.
it's not.
Do you dance
You're being too healthy.
Do you go to a studio or do you just dance at home?
Listen here, Viper. I need you to chill out.
You guys,
Just sit home, watch some TV, stay up, eat lots of ice cream, Have a good time.
I'm going to translate for Mr. Grinch. He's proud that you like to dance and that you're enjoying that in your life and that's helping you feel the way you want to feel. So thank you, is what he meant to say.
Why are you putting words in my mouth
I'm
that
not.
I did not
I
say?
just know you have a
I
hard
did not
time.
say that. Don't believe a word she just said.
Mr. Grinch is proud of you.
No.
Thank you for being
Don't.
good to yourself.
Don't believe a word she says.
Bella says, I like your outfit.
Oh, stop it. You're just trying to be nice to me.
He built it.
Oh, that's for me?
He built it. He spent over
that one
like
closer to you, John?
30 hours
We all have
maybe?
our own mic now.
We all have our own microphones.
So special.
This is great. I'm just gonna,
How tall are you?
There you go.
Oh, that looks great.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Go away.
Do you like food?
Oh, I love me some food. I think
Mommy
I love
bee.
food too much.
You were so far.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I don't want to.
No, here's the thing. You just love ultra processed food a little too much. That's your only problem.
Hey, guys.
Why are you putting my business out there? Huh? Why are you putting my business out there?
You're
They
a
don't need
healthy
to know.
guy, but that is your one vice, and that's fine.
Oh, are we singing in here? Oh, what we singing? Long as there's no Christmas carols.
Christmas carols? What
No, don't do it. Don't do it. I'd be very upset. Oh, no, she didn't. Are you serious right now? You want to do that right here, right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Welcome to Get It
Hey,
Burger
calm
Home
down.
of
We've got 2
Good
minutes. The
Burger.
fight
Can I
only
take
lasts a
your
minute and a half. Okay?
I mean, that's all I need, you know? I'm a pretty quick hitter. You know what? You know, one good one. Get a little mink, 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 mink.
Don't mind us for being silly. We have nothing to do and we're bored.
I'm never bored.
After all, we are cosplayers.
Why are we at?
I'm alone with my thoughts all day long.
Why are we apologizing? We don't know.
year is this?
Don't apologize for anything.
What?
I never apologize for anything.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Not my
Me
circus,
either.
I'm just a monkey. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
even go here.
I even go here? What? What? Are you serious?
We're all in about 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Calm down, children.
I'm
Yes, you come in, Marcel.
I want to take
We
a
like
nap.
you. Come in.
Come in.
You smell like onions? The chat wants to know.
I smell like onions. Really? That's the best you got, kid?
He was a elf senshi the other
Oh,
day.
how tall are you?
I'm tall enough to go to the store by myself.
The store pay yourself.
That was elf senshi. Yes,
Oh, yeah, you wanna do me a
that
favor?
was him. He's like so
My
sad.
badge. Because I won't need to get to the other hall.
We have 15 seconds.
If you want to run and go grab it.
No.
I don't think my mic's on.
Like, I say when we get at the end.
There it
How
is.
about we text Sean to bring
Let's
it?
talk closer.
Okay, that works
you guys
too.
hear me out there or need to go closer?
Yeah, let's do that.
Good. Children.
I like your thinking.
I'm gonna loop you into the...
Yeah.
Good? All right.
No, I'm not.
Hello and welcome to Nerdy Arts and Crafts for Beginners. We're crafters, cosplayers, and we want to discuss how we use different artistic mediums to express our fandoms. Whether you're a seasoned cosplayer or just dipping your toes into the crafting pool, this panel promises tips, tricks, and inspirations. I am your host, Philip Rasputin. Currently, this is one of my OC cosplays. Before we get into our panelists, our special guest, Shar Jackson from Good Burger and Moesha, along with Corey Federline, were unable to make it due to a family emergency. We have John as Walter White down there at the end, stepping in. First, Sarah from Rocket Woman, can you tell us about the comic book Shar and Corey were going to present?
Yeah, so Shari, again, she wanted to apologize and on behalf of the fans who were coming to see her that she didn't make it, but she was going to be talking to them about a comic book that she's working on. It's a project called Starlock Homes. And it's a comic book based on basically a gamer that travels to different universes. The book itself is actually for sale here at the convention, at the Anime Hip Hop booth, which is, let me see, double check here. 13, it's in the aisle 1300. But it is for sale here. We also, if there's a QR code there, you can get a digital copy. But the cool thing is that the original concept art for it was actually done by her daughter, Corey Federline. So she did the original concept art, they kind of created the character together. They were going to come and talk to it about it today, but if you guys have any interest in the book, feel free to ask me afterwards, because I know a lot about it. Otherwise, you could also go purchase the book and
Just go at the end of the panel.
And then, as far as
Because you
who I
gotta get
am
there faster than
myself,
me.
I am by day I just work for a Lowe's retail worker, but my main craft is art. I'm an artist. I paint rocks a lot. I actually have been hiding them all through the convention. And I have 3 more rocks I need to hide before the end of today. And then I also big time cosplayer. I started cosplaying a few years ago, and I don't sew, but I have friends that do.
Okay. Amber, would you tell us about yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Amber. Go ahead. I need you to remind me. Oh, come on. It's me.
This is our second one. So.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
My mouse is being mean. Going too fast. Okay, so I'm Amber. I like to just dress up. I guess we call it cosplay. But I like to make my clothes. I honestly
Because it
invest
shows
out in
up on the
writing
screen
and things.
twice.
So I'll show off some of the stuff that I have here at some point. But I just
Thought of
kind of
everything.
started with Halloween stuff was always my favorite, and then started doing Renaissance fairs, and then decided to actually cosplay. So I ventured off in a bunch of mediums. But I will go ahead and move it on down.
Summer, I believe you're up next.
Hi, I'm Summer Pohl. I would say that my medium is obviously cosplay. I started out in theater and dance, and then I found out you could wear costumes to conventions, and I was like, that's cool, let's do that. And so I've just kind of learned over the years, and that's mostly, I do a lot of crafts as well. I basically made everything for my wedding as far as my decor, so that's also kind of a medium of mine as well.
Then we have Cal, the Grinch, down there at the end.
Oh, that's me? Okay. I'm a Libra. I like long walks and dumpsters. Prefer to eat raw onions. If you got any glass bottles that pair with it, eat the bottle with it too. Looking for someone that's just as hairy as me. Is that what we're talking about?
No.
Oh. Well, this is awkward. Okay. About me, I made my outfit. Yeah, that's about it. Great. Next.
You also have the. Oh, we're good. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm Kat. I'm dressed as Cindy Lou Who. I am Cal's girlfriend and just extremely impressed and supportive of his cosplay. And I'm just here with his live and making little videos because I just like.
Don't touch me.
I love that he does this character. But I'm Cindy Lou Who and just supporting Cal today. Supporting Mr. Grinch.
All right, then we have John, our stand-in for our special guest.
Okay, well, my name's John. I'm certainly not a replacement for the special guest, but I'll try my best. So, look at that. Having some technical difficulties over here, but I just play Walter White, nobody else. I've been doing it for the last 5 years, and I'm going to continue to do it. Done.
Thank you. Sorry, we're having some difficulties with our slideshow all of a sudden.
You just gotta use our imaginations. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, while she's working on the slideshow, question 2. Who or what got you interested, and what was your first project, Sarah?
So I had been going to cons for a long time and just didn't really have confidence in putting together any costumes because I didn't have any sewing skills. I've always been kind of crafty, but I had a lot of body insecurities about things. But then I was basically looking around and I realized that I could just create a character to myself. I could be whatever the heck I wanted to be. And I, mainly, hold on, let me make sure I'm not entering myself. Sorry. So, I just was going to cons and seeing all the different cosplayers and things along that line. So my first project I think that I did was actually Sadness. It was from Inside Out. I ended up doing it as a costume for the Oogie Boogie Bash at Disneyland, and everybody that was working at the park liked me as Sadness so much that I got 3 times more candy than all of my friends because they were trying to cheer me up. So this is when I was like, okay, there's something to this. There's a lot more joy in dressing up. I've always been a Halloween fan, but that's basically how I got started.
And hi. So how I got started, again, I kind of jumped the gun on that one. Sorry, I was too quick on it. I started off obviously loving Halloween. I did 13 days till Halloween for the longest time. So if you ever followed me before, back, never, because probably because I was in high school and I was doing this, but before it was even popular, I did 13 days of costumes, where I would literally dress up something different every day, and everybody would be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm gonna do my thing. But I started doing Renaissance fairs and working my way from there. But I really liked making my own clothes. So like at the bottom corner one, you'll see there's like a hood on it. That was a bed sheet that I turned into a dress. I just thought the fabric was prettier, so I was just like, I'm gonna look in other places. And then, yeah, so kind of started entering fashion contests and stuff like that. So my interest kind of got started through just kind of dressing up for fun. Started working from it.
Amber, or not Amber, your twin.
The other Amber.
Who got you interested?
As I mentioned, I did theater as a kid, so I started dancing at 3 years old, and then I started doing musical theater about 10. Once I started doing musical theater, I was like, I would really like to help with the costumes. From there, I went to a performing arts high school where I did theater and costuming, and then tried to kind of go into the fashion world. Unfortunately, I didn't get very far. So I just kind of realized, I can make costumes just for fun and wear them to places and do things. So I started, my first cosplay was Navi from Zelda. So I just made a cute little fairy costume, put a little corset on, put a little tutu on, and called myself a fairy. Ran around saying, hey, listen. And that was kind of my start, so.
Cal, would you like to tell us who or what got you interested?
Oh, okay. We gotta get the other guy out. Hold on a second. Come on. Okay. All right. This is Cal trying to speak here. So we're fighting battles and demons in here. Because you got two people in here inhabiting one body. Okay. So, first time I figured out cosplay was San Diego Comic-Con. And I was dressed as Lando. And it was for actually a musical mashup called The Phantom of the Empire. And I was like, oh my God, those people, they're walking that way. They're not coming to our show. And they're dressed in Star Wars stuff. I was like, let me follow them. And I discovered San Diego Comic-Con. And that's what got me in.
Sorry, so he actually got me into cosplay. I liked funny things. I didn't know about the cosplay community, and I just kind of came to support him, and now it's like, it's such a cool community, and I love being able to do this with you. And that's my whole thing.
Ew.
I know.
Yeah, for me it was, I had a pass for San Diego Comic-Con, and I thought, what can I use? I'm a bald man who can grow a beard, so I'll try and work with that, right? Put a little effort into it and see if anybody thinks it's, even recognizes me, and I got stopped a lot, and it was kind of a weird, juxtaposition of my real life. You get to act like somebody else for a weekend or a few days, and then step into that character and play that character and then get away from it. And it was amazing. And then I just built on that. Again, I mean, I don't even, everybody else is amazing here. Look at what they do. And I put, a small amount of effort into it, but still get some great result. And the community is amazing. Everybody's been so nice and so supportive. So I'll just continue to do it.
Let's see. What was your easiest project or favorite project, and what was the hardest?
Your easiest project was probably going to be the sadness one, because really I put on a pair of tight blue jeans, bought a $12 sweater at H&M and painted myself blue. And then got a cheap wig off of Amazon. It was a longer blue wig because I couldn't find a short one. Literally, I'm a dog groomer also at the time. So I had scissors. I just chopped it up at about shoulder length, and voila, costume. It was put together super quick. The first time I did it, I used cheap body paint that I got from Party City. So of course, being in a turtleneck sweater and a wig, I was sweating like crazy, and I was getting clear streaks down my face from all the sweat. And I said, this isn't gonna work, I need to find a better body paint. So I went in and I was looking through sweat-proof and waterproof stuff, and I found stuff where I could wash my hands and it wouldn't come off, but it also meant that I was stained blue for about 3 days. So I do that cosplay a little bit more sparingly now. And then, let's see, what was the other?
Hardest.
The hardest one? I'd have to say, on a mental standpoint, I would be a flash dance costume that I do. Originally, when I was talking about how I had like confidence issues and body image issues, that's what I really had this image of the chick from Flashdance as the Flash, and vice versa, just crossover. But of course, that meant that I, as a plus-size woman, would have to be in a leotard to do that, and I was trying to find ways of portraying that idea without having to show off my body. So my costume changed a lot over the years. It started off as like just a Flash shirt and like a tutu that I made out of tulle and some red leggings and a pair of sneakers. And just each year, I kind of changed it up a little bit. I would like do the off-the-shoulder thing that she had in the Flash dance, so I could show a little bit more skin. And people, not a lot of people understood the joke. So I was like, okay, I have to go all in on this for people to actually understand what it is. So finally, one year, I finally found a leotard that had the Flash symbol on it. And then, as you can see in the costume part of the right, I got an umbrella, lined it with some fun like tinsel, so that every time I opened the umbrella, it would look like I had this splash of water falling down on me. I had light up sneakers and stuff, and I just made it my own. So I had a lot of fun with it. But it did take me several years to build up the confidence and the creativity for that.
And look at you now, you're just wearing a barrel. Amber, what's probably the easiest or your favorite project?
Okay, that's hard. I know. I'm just trying to think. My easiest project was, I feel like I'm gonna go with my hardest. My hardest is the one I'm wearing. I have never made a core set before in my life. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I attempted one, and then realized materials what you should not wear for it, and immediately you have to follow the guidelines on the stretch on the materials. If you don't, that core set's not gonna work right. So this was the hardest project, and because I've sewn for so much, I'm a beast and did this in about a month. I think it was. So like literally all the studying, the shoes, like the microphone, all of it was done within a month. Yeah.
She's a machine.
I'm a machine. Easiest project, honestly, I feel like usually it's my Renaissance fair stuff that I do. Because it's literally like who likes to go to Renaissance fairs?
Gross.
Yeah. Okay.
Nerds.
For people who like to wear skirts, as a little tip, I know that's towards the end, but the reason why that one's so easy for me is because you just get a tablecloth, the round tablecloths that go on a table, and then you put a drawstring in it, and that's a skirt, and it's already hemmed, so that's easy. And then a sloppy, easy shirt you can find at a thrift store, and then I had literally just had to make the bodice, and the bodice is more like a vest with little boning in it. So that was kind of one of my easier projects. And then I'd have fun with them by like slapping on, mixing the colors, or putting on a Rebel Pilot logo on it, or a Rebel symbol on it, and then that was kind of like my Rebel Pilot Renaissance fair thing. Oh yeah.
Summer, let's see, what was your either easiest, favorite, or your hardest project?
I would say my easiest is when I'm really tired and probably a Sunday of a con, I would do what I call hipster Daenerys. And I would carry around an egg, and I'd have leggings that have scales and a shirt that says Mother of Dragons, and then carry a sign that says Mothering Dragons is too mainstream. And little nerdy glasses, so that's probably my easiest. My favorite project, I would probably say the one I have right now, which is Apocalypse Princess Peach. I love doing mashups, especially when it's two of my, liked genres of things. I love Mario and I love doing apocalyptic events. So we do an event called Wasteland Weekend. We actually just did it last weekend. So it's just fun to kind of join those two, joys of gaming and apocalypse. And then I would say probably the hardest project was my Demon Hunter, which is, I believe, the bottom, I don't know my right from my left, bottom corner. That one took probably 100 plus hours, about $1,000 worth of material. It's probably the hardest, but I wore that for BlizzCon 2019, I believe. It was 2019 or 2017 or something like that.
Nice. The Grinch down at the end. What would your favorite or hardest project be?
So definitely the easiest was Mr. Ed from Good Burger. Definitely the easiest. And the hardest one is you're looking at it right now. There's a lot of fur. I still find fur around the house. Like, I finished this 2 years ago, and I still find fur. Don't work with fur. It's not fun. It gets everywhere. It's disgusting. You'll hate it, just like me. But yeah. Oh, I hate this thing.
You're a little overzealous. He actually did a really great job.
Can't hear you.
He did a really great job.
One more time.
I observed the creation.
Father!
I observed the creation of this cosplay, and the cleanup and everything is pretty mild. It was a process. I could say he probably spent around 30 hours on it, but the cool thing is you can take breaks to game a little bit so you can like reset your brain and just give yourself a second, because he bought bits and pieces off Amazon. Most of it you can get on Amazon, but then sewed them all together. So it's just a long process. He did a great job. He added little buttons. His belt is held up by magnets right now. And it's a really smart move. But so he kind of like, he's being dramatic as his character, but overall the making of this, you were able to clean it up really well. You were able to put it together slowly, and you had so much fun.
I doubt that.
And you can like have a TV show on while you do it. But yeah, it was fun to observe him like put it together, and he got closer to people because a friend helped him sew the fur because his sewing machine wasn't strong enough. So he hit up a cosplay friend and was like, who had a thicker sewing machine, and she helped him get the rest of it sewn. So there was teamwork in this, and it was him reaching out to his community because, we wanted to see you succeed. So it was just cool to observe him. The process brought him closer to his friends and made his vision come true. I help him a little bit with the makeup, which is cool. It's cool to support this. But yeah, you don't give yourself enough credit. You act like it's easy, but you do a great job with it. Anyway, I'll stop.
To go off that is kind of the beauty of all this. There is a community of folks that are willing to help. Questions. That's why we have this. We want you to ask questions of like, hey, how did you do this? Where'd you get your medium from? The ideas, the inspirations. And we'll definitely be touching more on that before we end. We even brought some of our props up here so you can look at them and get questions and ideas.
John?
What do you got?
Okay, my easiest and hardest is exactly the same thing. All right, so just regular clothes, put it on. Needs to be the same clothes that Bryan Cranston wore, so obviously that's a bit of a pain in the arse to find, but you just track them down. Shoes are actually difficult. They're Clark's Wallabies, but they're really uncomfortable. So you have to find the right fitting, so when you're wandering around Comic-Con or actually I was roasting hot one time in Shibuya in Japan, just wandering around in the outfit, and it was just so unbelievably humid and uncomfortable, and next time I do that I need to find some better solution. But really, this is it. It won't be anything different ever. So it's the easiest and the hardest all in one.
And by the way, we had pictures of all that. I don't know what happened as we came up here and somehow disappeared, but we had some really cool pictures of him in Japan. And that photo, just like in the center and everything. It was really cool. And I'm so sorry the PowerPoint's set up now.
That's all right. I'll just describe it.
Okay, we'll give you guys his Instagram. You can look at the pictures on there. They're pretty cool.
Sarah, what's going to be your current or future project that you have in mind?
I'm always trying to think of what the next cosplay is, because my closet is half cosplays, to be honest. I know that I've talked with Amber several times about correlating on different types of cosplays. One that we had in mind were the guys that comb the desert in Spaceballs.
Very nice.
Another one was the jellyfishing.
Yeah, I do a cosplay as Patrick, as you can see here, the Kinky Boots Patrick. And we wanted to make her our SpongeBob. Usually she has her mom with her, who comes around in a scooter, and we were going to make her mom a jellyfish and just have us chasing her around. So, there's always some fun projects or ways of actually enhancing projects that I already have. Sometimes I have to modify them. Like my Megan costume that I had for bridesmaids. I was her here yesterday, and you can see when I wore her here the first time last year, I had a big van, and I was running around with that thing. I had my 9 dogs in the back seat because if you watch Bridesmaids, you know she took 9. She took 9. She probably should have stuck with 6. But it's a lot of energy, But I had to find a way of basically modifying that so that I could make it travel friendly. So I realized, I'm like, well, in the movie, she has a black bag in the airplane scene, which is what base of my costume was. But of course, the 9 dogs thing was just too funny. So I just crammed the dogs into a bag and made it a little more travel friendly. So if I wanted to go to San Diego, or I had a friend that couldn't carry a giant van in their car, then it worked out that way. But yeah, as far as projects coming forward, I mean, I'm always trying to brainstorm of new ideas, but I think the biggest one in my brain right now is the Coming Desert one, because I'm just a huge Spaceballs junkie and think that would be a blast.
1,000% agree.
All right, Amber, what's going to be one of your current or future projects? I live with you, so I know you have 1,000 of them.
What is not a current project? No. Okay, so current project is probably on my next page. Might have gone too far for that, but too far. Sorry. It is battle ready couture version of Charlie Morningstar from. Thank you, Hassan Hotel. My brain is on meltdown right now. But this year alone, I did kind of almost all of this. So the belts on the top corner, the Jurassic Park one, I did that this year. I did the outfit I'm currently wearing now. That was my first group cosplay I've ever got to be in, which was awesome. One of my other girls is over there in the corner. The one that has Hot Wheels in the background, that was actually part of a Her Universe fashion show submission. I didn't make it in. It's like 9 years not making it in, but I am determined to make one. I'm determined to make one anyways, just to kind of show proof of concept and to see if I can even do it, just to kind of challenge myself. So it's okay. I'm actually happy I get denied because then it kind of moves me on to the next thing. But like those shoes were a pain in my butt and super fun. And then that dress that's in the corner, that was another dress I had made this year. So these are just kind of like half the things that I made this year. But the future project is that Charlie Morningstar battle dress, and I was actually trying to get it done by this weekend, but I only had like 3 days to do it, and half of it is already done. Again, I'm a beast, I'm sorry.
Nothing sorry about.
But yeah, so that's my current creatures.
And just something to point out real quick that she didn't mention is that her Hot Wheels dress right there is actually a tip of the hat to Marilyn Monroe's potato sack dress.
So yeah.
So she made it instead, it was a Mattel box.
So yeah, so the theme, it wasn't really a theme, but the group, the sponsor for this year was Mattel, so everybody was doing Barbie and everything else, so I figured I'd do, the toy box would be a cool idea. So Marilyn Monroe had the potato sack dress, so that'd be cool to do just the brown Mattel box, and then have all the toys attached to it, and then have the writing across it, so yeah. Next.
That's me. As far as like projects and current projects, I'm not working on any cosplays necessarily. I have some, obviously I would like to do them. I want to do a Bowsette. I love doing mashups, so always trying to look up for mashups. I obviously tend to do something with blonde hair, which is just easier because it's a lot to try to put in a wig. So I'm always looking for blonde suggestions. As far as like current projects, right now I'm actually doing a lot of photography. I've been doing cosplay photography. I do a lot of boudoir, costume, fantasy, holiday type things. So that's kind of my current project right now. So my Instagram is a lot of my boudoir and my photography, but hopefully a cosplay very soon. I kind of brought this one out of the woodwork. I hadn't worn it since I think 2017. And kind of threw some of my already Wasteland weekend stuff in it and fixed it in a matter of maybe an hour. So it just kind of, I would love to bring a lot of my old ones back and kind of just bring them back from the crest or the chest or whatever you want to call it. But no current like cosplay projects.
Grinch.
I see you, Grinch.
What are you talking about? So projects, working in the process. So gonna be doing one I had on my brain, Captain America. It's a combination of Ed from Good Burger and Captain America. Like a Good Burger shield. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
Excited for it.
Yeah. You go ahead.
All right, so same project, but with new money every single time. Gotta have more money, gotta have more drugs. Very important.
Very important.
Yeah, doesn't matter which order that goes in. More shirts, maybe working on an accent to get rid of this one, because it's a little too English. Doesn't quite fit in with Bryan Cranston, so, you know, I've got to work on that, but that's a process. I'm not going to try it right now because you're all going to laugh at me. But besides that, you're like, yeah, all right, you got to do it now.
I kind of do want to hear it.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Go for it, Kevin.
If you want, no, you don't have to if you don't want to.
You know, when
Peer pressure.
But I do want to kind of hear it.
When I first came to America, I was really worried about going through the border checkpoint, right, in San Diego, or on the way off from San Diego. So I was like, I need to learn some words I can say. So I'd just try and say U.S. and sure instead of sure.
Yeah.
And that was it. So that's the only, like, American things I have. So now, like, people say, you know, are you the one who knocks or whatever? And I just have to go, you goddamn right. And I do my best I can do.
Yeah.
But
Can
it
you
doesn't
say
quite
ranch
get it.
yet?
You what?
Can you say ranch?
Can I say ranch?
Oh, God.
What do
You're
you
almost
say?
there.
Ranch. I don't know how to do it. It's very difficult. You guys are very lucky to have that beautiful voice.
Well, I mean, I do what he likes to do is you change up the money. You said. Like,
Yeah, every single time. It's a few people started to, you know, collect these, and I'll give everybody, you know, a little $100 bill because everyone started saying, "What's your Instagram?" and all that. So I just put it on their money and make it easy for everybody. And then,
You know, it'd be kind of fun is if somebody came over and they gave you, like, and they collected a certain amount of money from different cons, and they bought a bag of, like, blue crystals from you.
oh
With
yeah,
your own money.
Collect.
that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is collectors of this
It's not
now?
real drugs.
Yeah, it's not real
Not
drugs.
real-
What?
No, like,
Legally.
Wow.
I'm sure everyone knows
So,
that.
so pop-ups.
I was ready to fork over the dough.
I mean,
Depends how much you take. Really.
microplastics are technically a drug, so
Yeah.
they're in our blood, they're in our brain. So
Oh.
technically, it's like the very slow drug of
We're all part
microplastics.
microplastics
So
right
technically,
now.
it is.
Yeah, I mean, what's killing more people? Is it sugar or is it?
Hey, you leave my sugar out of this.
Anyway, we get
all right, children.
Okay, so this is where we get in my favorite part is we want to ask you guys if you have any questions. This way we can give you a hack or advice or some type of tips or tricks for you and your cosplay. Oh yeah, right there in the back.
Should I come up?
Yeah.
Come on up. I'll see if this microphone moves.
The answer is super glue.
Always
As a person who wears glasses, I tend to avoid makeup, full-on face or face mask. So do you usually just pick characters that you relate to, but then because I have glasses, I can't wear contacts and I'm pretty much limited to the fact that, anyways, any thoughts on that?
Ooh. Okay, so do you know Rhonda from the fast food house?
Oh, I don't know anyone. This is my first time.
That's fine. So I have a friend who consistently wears glasses with white makeup, so she just has to have small touch-up on hand, and she puts like a foundation brush in her pocket and like a pocket like mirror and thing and foundation, and she just touches it up like as the day goes on. So you just have to do a little, like maybe once an hour, just make sure it's good. So you can do cosplays with glasses, just have something in your pocket for foundation touch-up, but it is super doable. I know someone who consistently, so like you got this.
So in case you guys went over this in the beginning, I was just wondering, when you're constructing something, do you use any kind of pattern, or do you just like, as you would construct something else that you would be wearing, the same stages of building something, but just the materials that you use is matching what you want? And then generally, I mean, I know that it can be time intensive, and we thank you all for dressing up and appreciate it, but how many times do you get stopped at an event like this to take a picture too?
I mean, I think all of our modes of
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
skills. as Sarah kind of mentioned, she doesn't really sew, but she has friends that sew.
Yeah, so
I would say Amber is much more sew heavy than maybe my building of constructing, so.
and not only that, but if you have friends that have like skills that you don't, utilize it. I basically had the brainchild for this me-flavored water thing, which if you're unaware of what it is, it's just a side character from Disenchantment, because I get asked all the time what the heck this is. But I mean, I kind of had a vision of how I wanted to do it. I knew that I needed to turn myself into a whiskey barrel, but make it something that was lightweight. And because nobody wants to be carrying around a actual whiskey barrel for like 8 hours or more of the day. It's just super, super time consuming and uncomfortable. So I, brainstormed with Amber, and she actually suggested the whole collapsible trash can thing, because I also wanted to make sure that I could travel with it. If I was going to be driving from like Orange County to San Diego, I needed to have something that I could adjust. So we came up with the whole collapsible trash cans that you can get. So I had to find one that was the right size. I did some browsing. I found ones that are designed to like carry mass quantities of leaves on the East Coast. And then I was like, well, she had the suggestion of painting it, because I do painting. But I said, I don't want any of the paint to crack or anything along that lines while I'm doing this. So I literally just bought a wooden paneled backdrop off of Amazon, and then just super glued it around the edges, put some duct tape on the side here, and then instead of using paper for it to get all like clumpy and stuff like that, I used art canvas for my sign. Now, the fun part about this too, that as we were going along, because I was like, it would be really funny if I actually had water. So Amber and I were thinking about different ways of how I could have water. I'm like, I don't want to be carrying around a bunch of bottles of water all day. But I found a camel pack, which fell.
So yeah, so she's got a camel pack attached to it with a little water hose, so she can actually give people fresh water if she wants to.
Yeah.
So
Good burger, home of the good burger. Can I take your order?
There's a little hole in the seam here so I can pull the
Yeah.
hose through. And I'll just usually have it sitting right here, and thankfully one of the little locks, when they collapse it, usually holds it perfectly right here.
But yeah, so for me, I honestly, it's just, I find a pattern that I like and I kind of modify it. So I've got like one that it's like a sweetheart dress that I've turned into a Sally pinup and some other things that I kind of mix and match. Other times I honestly just wing it and go for it, or I find pieces and mix and match.
I would probably say, like, for this costume specifically, my pipe hammer is made out of those ridiculous huge popcorn tins that you get at Christmas.
Very nice.
And
Ew.
I put some EVA foam and a PVC pipe through it, and that's what made my hammer, which is fun. My shield was just a bowl, and I put more EVA foam on it, made the shield. The spikes are all those little like green garden styrofoam things that you can stick flowers in. So that would make the spikes. But honestly, like, my takeaway of that is thrift stores. Got both those items from a thrift store, and just manipulating it and just saying, hey, this kind of looks like the shape of what I'm looking for. Let's see what I can do it. You can buy EVA foam packs of 4. It's the kind of the floor mat that people stand on to like not have feet pain and stuff like that when you're working in like a shop or something.
Or the kids' play mats.
Or kids' play mats, a heat gun, and just kind of manipulating it, and that's kind of how I, gain the shape. So if you look, for example, in my crown, you can see the other side of the EVA, and obviously you can come and look at this after. But yeah, just kind of manipulating things that you find around, cheap and easy, and keeping trash. Like, if you just find a cool shaped like bottle, you're like, this could I could do something with this.
Had this for 4 years, Summer.
Well, going back to trash.
If you ever plan on being an arts and crafter, just know that you're starting to get ordered.
Yeah.
It's like so much of my life.
So speaking of trash, and we haven't really shown any of my stuff that I do, but these are a pair of steampunk goggles. This is all trash.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the good burger. Can I take your order?
What gave the circular foundation is the concentrated horseshoe balls, right? And you just paper mache it in and add some paint. This was one of my first cosplays that I did. I wonder if my light still works. No, batteries are dead.
8 years, I hope that battery's dead.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So everything I do is just piece it together, right? Come up with a character, come up with the idea. And as long as it's you, much like this character here, this is our wasteland, my wasteland look, right? She's the one who did all the sewing and stitching. But now I have an idea of what I want and who I'm going to be for my other cosplays. It's what you want out of your cosplay is what you're going to get out of your cosplay. Does that make sense? You know, so any other questions?
Oh,
geez,
so
Christ.
many.
Who farted? Got him.
We're going to go with the one in the back of the hat.
Okay, do you guys ever have a moment with your cosplay where it's not what you pictured in your head, or maybe it just didn't really get to the point you wanted it to?
Every day.
Yeah, that's like every day of our lives right there.
Yeah, I was
How do you feel better about it, work past that kind of fear?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
You just keep upgrading. Just because you start with that one doesn't mean you have to stick with it.
Yeah.
This used to be lime green. It was disgusting. Now I'm olive.
For me, I would say, perfectionism is not fun. I was also a cake decorator for a long time, and you have to kind of believe in the layers. You put your first layer on, you're like, oh, this looks not like I wanted it to, but you have to just trust the process. If you know you're going to add those things. Then start, seeing where it needs to be adjusted and not kind of get overwhelmed by it. More layers, more detail. Don't get frustrated at that first point.
When you fail, you learn.
Yep.
And not only that, but any artist will tell you that we're all our own worst critics. So even if you think that you look horrible,
Someone
I
thinks it's
guarantee
awesome.
you, if you wore whatever you planned on wearing in here, you will get nothing but positive praise from people at conventions, because we're all here to support each other and how ridiculous we look.
Yep. I used to be ugly, but now I'm uglier.
You said.
Yes, I have a question about bodysuits. One of my cosplays, one of my dream cosplays is comic book accurate Hawkeye but I'm also a little bit self-conscious, especially as a guy, because the bodysuits, sometimes we want to wear a suit, but we have to be careful what we show. So I want to have any tips to make it practical but also comfortable. Because some of the tips I see online, I've tried them. We walk around a lot. I'm like, I need to take a shower. I need to put some ice on because it's so painful for me to keep it.
Oh.
So when it comes to bodysuits, I couldn't tell you, but conscientious about a guy, I do Leia, the gold bikini Leia, right? Confidence is an illusion, and that's my big takeaway. Now, bodysuits, you guys know anybody with the bodysuit thing?
I'm right here.
Oh, yeah.
I am a bodysuit.
Yep.
I know for, like you said, you're having issues of just being painful.
It's more like, I was told, when you walk around like that material spandex is very see-through, so I'm trying to protect my modesty.
Sure.
Yeah.
But wearing a cup after 6 hours walking around, it hurts.
Medical tape. We actually had to use medical tape at an event last week for him because, oddly enough, he got shaped nipples. So we ended up having to do medical tape, and that just kind of helps cover certain areas. Use an extra layer of,
Under Armour.
Under Armour, I was gonna say those boy shorts that just get the nude colors.
Yep.
Find something like that just help make that layer because you said it was see through. Things like that.
And also, I know you'll see like the Spider-Man and those guys floating around.
Ask them.
Ask them.
Yeah.
They'll probably give you some of the best tips that you can ask.
Yeah.
Like we know a lot, but we don't know everything.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is give you guys the ability to be like, hey, I learned a thing.
Really quick, for biking and stuff, that's also an issue. They have anti-chafing cream for.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
Also, if
Now we're
you
learning.
anti-chafing cream and you go, oh my gosh, I forgot some, you can use deodorant.
They also have special padded underwear for those superhero type suits for Spider-Man.
See, you're learning stuff from
See?
them. Everyone can be
Ask
friends.
each other. We will share knowledge.
Yeah.
This is not a guarded keep it secret.
I'm gonna take what's up.
Does anybody work with felt and rubber?
On occasion.
At the same time?
Yeah, at the same time. My belt is got felt on the back and it's coming off, and I don't want to put regular glue on it and have clumps.
E6000.
E6000.
My favorite one is E6000 Quick Hold. Is my absolute
that's
best
fabric.
favorite thing I've ever learned
If you
this
want
year.
yeah,
The
if
thing
you want
with
to know how
E6
much confidence to have an E6000, these clear bra straps holding up this whiskey barrel, E6000.
The quick hold
Yeah.
one.
And it stays flexible, which is good for material.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi. What would you suggest is the best glue for EVA foam?
Contact cement.
Contact cement?
Yeah. So I've done hot glue. You have to be careful with hot glue, especially in our California environment. But contact glue or contact cement is the best for probably EVA foam. And then hot glue is fine too, just depending on what part of it you're using.
Yeah.
Jinx.
One of my goals for next year is to really start like sewing with the actual sewing machine.
Uh-huh.
I want to get a little bit of a head start. What is like the best first? I'll go to my question. Like, what is the best project to start first with like sewing, and also like looking at about my first pattern. I'm just like, oh my god.
Start with a pillowcase, then pajama bottoms.
I was just gonna say, I made
this. You'll learn a lot just
pajama
from those
pants.
two items.
Yep, absolutely.
Also, when you purchase a sewing machine, generally speaking, like if you go through a Joann's or through a specialty sewing, that's all they do is sell sewing machines, they will give you free tutoring lessons that get you started. And they'll sit with you and make a pillowcase or make a big.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Could have learned.
Yeah. This is a question for you. Do you guys consider cheating when you like buy props, or like do you prefer to make yourself, or do you prefer to buy it?
This is a Nerf gun. That's been painted.
There's nothing wrong with buying, supplies or even most of your costume being, bought. It's whatever you can do.
Yeah.
As you learn, add to it.
Yeah.
Add details. You could get a store-bought costume, and if you want it to make it look more comic booky, you add shading with paint or Sharpie. It's whatever. It's never cheating. It's whatever you want to do with it. What you get, like he had said, you get what you put into it.
Also, you learn as you go.
You learn as you go.
Yeah. Sometimes
Absolutely.
it's just hard. Maybe we don't have those tools to make a vacuum form thing. Like not everybody's gonna have those tools. Those things are expensive. So a base to work off is no problem. This was a crow mask, and then all of this around it was a crow skeleton I just dissected and then glued together. We had a wasteland ball that I never even got to use in the floor. So.
And also, even if you have a project that you don't necessarily want to like add on to, like I did a cosplay as Link for a party one time, and just had a wooden sword. It didn't do anything to it, just kept it as it was. I kept it as I got it. Doesn't matter. I made it my own.
You guys on the end?
You guys got anything?
Oh no, I was just like, what? That's a crow?
Oh yeah, it's a crow. Oh,
from your dumpster.
It's
I knew it went somewhere.
All right, what else we got? Anybody?
probably one last one.
Yeah, what's up?
We got 5 minutes.
Hey, do you guys have any tips for elevating cardboard for those of us that are going as cheap as possible?
Heck
Oh,
yes.
heck yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing particularly right now. I tried to build an egg yesterday.
Same thing, like when I did that same Link costume, I made my shield out of cardboard.
Lots of
I
glue.
worked for Lowe's, so there's cardboard everywhere.
Yeah.
I was bored, so I literally just got like a box cutter, like drew out the shape I wanted, cut it out, and then just Sharpied it. I made it the cheapest looking thing ever, but it was, something fun, but you can always upgrade it, paint
Yep.
it with whatever you want to paint it with.
Walk around craft stores and just look at shapes. You can even just glue fabric on it, or you can just, like, for example, my shield, I found the floral tubes or whatever they are, and I was like, that could look like a spike. Just walk around craft stores and start kind of picturing what you can manipulate into different shapes.
Oh.
What equipment do you have for taking the best pictures?
Ooh.
I never take great pictures. That's why I'm behind the camera.
A lot of lighting and depth, really. Just make sure
Yeah.
you have light behind you, lighting in front of you. But honestly, YouTube Universities would be your best bet for sure. And then just having extra light reflect. Quick, back thing on the cardboard one. Have a furrow.
Yeah, that's right. So before 3D printing became a thing, and some of you guys probably remember that too, like a lot of the Halo armor stuff was done out of Papakora, which is paper that you'd print off, or you'd buy the sheet, and you have to line these numbers up and use like liquid fiberglass.
Ultimate origami.
Yeah. And that's actually how a lot of the armors and stuff, probably 5, 9, 10 years ago, were actually made before 3D printing actually became a thing.
But you can use that on the cardboard.
Yeah.
True that.
Patterns. I want to make my own pattern for a human body outfit, where do you start to learn how to make the pattern?
Oh, yeah, go for you.
Honestly, what I do is I find something that's similar in shape that it's already made. For example, if I wanted to make a bodice of some sort, I find a bodice that I like the shape of, and I create a pattern from that. So I'll lay it out. I use, muslin or a felt or something, and just kind of trace around it and manipulate it as I get the pieces, and making sure you're leaving seam allowance, things like that. And that's probably the easiest way, is just building it off something you already have that's already built.
Yeah.
Like, so say something like this, if you wanted a top, you'd fold it in half and then lay it flat, and then you would just trace behind it.
Yeah.
And then you would just you go to where the seam is, and then you would just
make a very
cut bigger.
Honestly,
smaller.
Yeah.
my favorite pattern pieces to use is, like, instead of using paper, because when you open up a paper thing, it's tissue paper.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's trash. I take
Trace
those
it onto butcher paper.
old cereal boxes, beer boxes. Those things are perfect to use as a base for your pattern, and you can constantly reuse those. Recycle all of your trash.
Yeah. Cal, you said you sewed your Grinch costume, right?
Oh, God. It was the worst time of my life. Because you think it's good to go. You're sewing, you're going, and next thing you know, there's fur in the machine. You're like, what? I didn't know that was going to happen. So every time I would get like maybe 5 stitches in, I have to stop, take fur out, do 5 more stitches, take fur out. For hours.
He's traumatized.
I have PTSD right now. Oh, jeez.
Air can is
Look
your
at
best
this.
friend.
There's a lot of fur. There's a lot of fur.
Could you not use saran wrap? Put saran wrap on the bottom and run your stitch, and then you could just tear it off.
So
That would have been smart.
I did that. And then the fur said, hey, I like saran wrap. Can I take it with me? And then I had saran wrap and fur in the machine. And that's how I broke my other machine.
And that's
So-
the story.
And that's it.
Wax paper?
Well, I didn't try wax paper, but man, don't do that. Fur and saran wrap, don't do it. If you like your machine, don't do it.
Do we have one more question before we have to wrap it up?
Like, when working with like prosthetics, what is like a good way to make them stick for like a long time?
Oh, it's like theater adhesive, and you just go around the edges. Be very careful. Don't get it in your eyes. It's going to hurt a lot. I'm not speaking from experience. I am speaking from experience. So be very careful around the eyes. Make sure you have adhesive remover. That's important because you don't want to look like this forever.
Another alternative is eyelash glue.
Oh, that too.
Because that's meant to be to your eyes.
But yeah, you can find like a product called Spirit Gum.
Oh,
and
yep.
plus the remover, you can find kits at like Party City. It's pretty easy to find, but there's also I can't remember the name of it, but there is one that they use like in actual movies and stuff like that. It's like a stronger hold. It's a lot more expensive, but even then, I've done my bearded lady cosplay and been able to keep my beard on all day just with the Spirit Gum itself.
And it's also okay to ask a friend to help, because I didn't know, like, I've been dating him and he was he was scared to ask me for help, and then one day I'm like, I just walked in the room like, do you need like help with stuff? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, I'll go to the con with you, like, I think what you do is funny. He's like, oh really? And I'm like, yeah, I'm dating you because I like you, like take me with you to this con. And then I did, and now I film him, and it's okay to ask friends for help, because I think sometimes I get scared to ask for help, and if like you need something like fixed or whatever, or like I put his adhesive on for him, like it took me 5 minutes to help him, and he was scared to ask me, and one of the reasons his mask stays on good is because I do the glue for him. And it's cool. Ask your friends for help on your cosplay if it's going to elevate your cosplay, is what I'm getting at.
And the number one rule of cosplay is have fun.
Yeah.
Literally, have fun, enjoy yourself. We're all here to celebrate the fandoms. So thank you again for joining us at Nerdy Arts, Crafts, and Cosplays.
You're welcome to come look at the
Yeah, you're
stuff that we have in there.
Bye-bye, y'all. I gotta go walk around and torture people.
because that way the next.
Can you stop it? I can't stop.
Yes, I
We're happy to answer any other questions you have.
Thank you all for being here. You were so supportive. You had a good audience. Like, people were asking questions. They said they didn't know that Ed could do this. They really are impressed that you built it, and they had fun. And people are saying they're cosplaying for Halloween, and they're excited because that's the only time they get to do it.
Yeah.
Are you going to be this for Halloween?
No. Absolutely not.
Thanks for coming by.
It's
Sorry,
yeah.
that is-
Ew. Okay. That's gross.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Oh. Gross. Affection. You hit the X button. Just tap the screen.
Not as much. I mean, I think
Stop.
they might online, but I'm saying more.
Yes.